Hello, username JuicyNRD. I'm not gonna actually mention your fucking name because I know who you are. You know who you are. So on and so forth. Let's just, kind of leave it at that. I made your comment invisible because of obvious reasons. I, in fact, placed the reason why in there. So, I typed up a reply and then figured, why am I typing this when it's what I do to speak, to actually, verbalize things? Because it makes it much more sincere, and it actually shows that I'm telling the truth. Well, anyway. First off, I'm fully aware of the part-time jobs you held while I was working consecutive full-time jobs, including times I worked 2 jobs or pulled extra hours or shifts or whatever. You want to know one-sided and unfair and not really nice? And you can't really deny this either. Ditching your classes and blaming me for not taking any responsibility at all for yourself and your failure to comply with the simple demands of showing up to class on time that, the state and government paid for. Those were, indeed, that was part of the agreement, as I knew it, of the scholarships and the things like that. If you weren't ready to attend college, then why didn't you say so when you were enrolling? And, indeed, why did you blame me? Why do you still hold to this day that I am to blame for your ditching classes and failing classes and, failing due to ditching? And that debt that you owed did come down on me as well. However, I fought that, and yeah, I ain't taking care of that. But setting this aside for a minute, the style of your comment is very common for you, Juicy Nerd. Because this is how you usually start. And I'm not saying this to make you look bad, I'm not saying this to be an asshole, but you use such passive-aggressive terms, and you know what sort of response that sort of talk warrants. And if I'm not mistaken, you always were passive-aggressive. Especially in the way you talked to me after the divorce. But if you have something to say to me, don't beat around the bush. Don't hide your intention. Just out and say it. Back to it. Well, but see, to quote you, that's just the kind of life you lead, I guess. So, anyway, the way I viewed things is much better than calling me a faggot and trying to hide it from me. To those who don't know, look through my story so far or further back, I think about three or four pages back is a direct quote from that post. Anyway, so I appreciate the way you attempt to make me look bad in my own blog, but sorry, I can't do this without my notes. Because if I do this without notes, I'm going to ramble on and on and on, you know. Anyway, I don't need you retelling my story in a fictitious manner and trying to justify all your backstabbing, hidden drama, and trash talking. You can reply. Wow. That's... thanks for your permission for me to reply in my own blog. Thank you. I mean it. It's just another passive-aggressive way for you to try to, you know, control what I say, essentially. I don't care that you were angry about me telling the story. And if you were past this, then why'd you even bother to reply? Or, going off subject, why, about a year ago, were you sending nasty fucking messages back and forth to my girlfriend? You know, trying to talk shit about me and things like that. Not appreciated. Yeah. You control me all you want, and you can believe what you want. Here's the thing. I finally got the opportunity to purge everything I've gone through. And you know what? I'm glad it's out. And personally, I'm glad you read it. The truth sucks ass, doesn't it? Take care of your life, and for the love of fuck, don't cheat on this one. One last point. My name is Ziani! Also, no, I'm not going to go into it. Yeah. Like I said, your trolling does not affect me. Your little passive-aggressive hints and all that, I could give a shit less about. You claim to be past this, then why don't you move on? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I'm glad you read that post. I'm glad you got angry. But you know what? It had to be told. And it had to be told properly. Again, I'm gonna say it. If you, or anyone for that matter, steal any of my content from my blog, my vlog, or anything like that without my permission, then a DMCA suit will be filed. No. I ain't gonna put up with your shit. And like I said, troll all you want. By the way, I know that man you married. He got walked on more than a red carpet in Hollywood. He was a pushover, a chump, overly submissive and stupid about it. But that man is dead. He died, sadly. Actually, not so sadly. I celebrated like hell. But anyway, he died in a transformation. He will not be rising from the ashes. Because the ashes of that man and all of his memories are in an urn that I dumped off the side of a boat. I didn't open it up and, sprinkle it. No, I went fit and chucked it into Lake Lahontan. It is now sitting at the bottom of the lake and will likely be pulled up by archaeologists in a few thousand years, or maybe 10, because Lahontan's drying up pretty damn fast. But my point is this. Do not speak of the dead. It is improper. Now, you may think that poetic. You may think it bullshit, but I assure you, as I am sworn by oath to tell the truth, that is the truth. That is honestly it. So, yeah. In memory of him, have a shot of, some strong liqueur. And do not mourn. Because I sure in the hell didn't. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Peace.